Hello, everyone. Welcome to lesson 15. This this lesson is open hi hats. So, you've probably heard this sound like this before in music, right? That right there is that open hi hat sound. It's when you lift your foot up, the hi hat comes up, it produces that ringing sound, and then you close it shut. So, what we were doing here was we're taking our basic rock groove, right? Bass on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4, eighth notes on the hi-hat, and we're going to put that open hi-hat on the different ands within the beat. So we'll start off on the and of 4, okay? Now remember, what happens here is the open hi-hat comes after that snare drum, right? Your 4 and. So we're lifting up after that snare drum. And then we're closing with the bass drum. So our feet are going to come down together at the same time on beat 1, okay? So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? All right, the next one, we're going to put the open hi-hat on the and of 3. So what happens now is the hi-hat opens after the bass drum. 3 and now instead of closing with the bass drum, it's going to close with your snare drum, okay? So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a little faster. Okay, and then the next one, open hi-hat on the and of 2. So now, once again, it's opening up after that snare drum, meaning it's going to close with your bass drum. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we have the open hi-hat on the and of 1. So right out of the gate, it's coming after that bass drum, and then it's going to close with your snare drum. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, the next one. So now we're going to open the hi-hat on the and of 2 and the and of 4 as well. So both after that snare drum, both closing with the bass drum. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Then we had the open hi-hat on the and of 1 and the and of 3, coming after the bass drum, closing with that snare drum. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And then, as I told you, you can also make up your own combinations with this, right? For example, we could put the open hi-hat on the and of 2 and the and of 3, and you get something like this. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So try to do some of that as well. Try to put the open hi-hats in different combinations, come up with your own examples. And that's it for this time. We'll see you in the next lesson.